So I'm Greg McIntyre Elder Law, helping seniors protect their assets and legacies. And Stephanie, what show is this?
Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House. And who's the Speaker of the House? Is that you or me?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, it depends.
It depends
Yes. On what? On what we're speaking about.
On what we're speaking about? What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about the sky falling.
The sky falling. Name of the show is Chicken Little today. That's Stephanie's topic. Chicken Little. And who was Chicken Little, Stephanie?
That'd be me.
That'd be you? Okay.
Yes.
Well, Chicken Little was what? He ran around saying the sky's falling, the sky's falling?
Yes. No one believed him.
Until it actually was falling, maybe, or something? I don't know.
Yes.
Or was that the big bad wolf? I don't know. Anyway. So he made a lot to do out of nothing.
Right.
But I tie that in a little bit with lawyer income. I mean, that's what it's about.
Yes.
And, I mean, there's several types of lawyer income. This is, Speaker of the House is a show where we do what, Stephanie?
Keep it real.
And talk about what?
Issues between an attorney and their partner.
I think, an attorney or a professional. Attorneys, other high-pressure professional jobs have just their own set of problems and parameters to deal with. And stressors,
Yes.
income issues, just a lot of different things that maybe, your 9 to 5er doesn't have necessarily, okay? And it could be the husband of a lawyer, the wife.
It doesn't have, it's just different. It's a different set of problems. Or
It's a good point.
different set of stressors.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, our problems, whatever. Yeah. That's a good point. So, everybody has issues. Okay. Lawyers ain't special, but they do have just a certain level of stress and contention all the time to deal with, especially if you're in litigation. And other professionals, I think, can experience that too. I guess if you're trading stocks, that'd be pretty high pressure.
Right.
A lot of other professions. And you got your spouse at home, or your girlfriend at home, or somebody else in your life, your partner at home. Maybe it's I'm just saying. What are you looking at me that way for? I mean, maybe the wife or the girlfriend or the partner is the professional or the lawyer. Maybe there are two professionals, but that would be hard. We talked about that last show. So Chicken Little, the sky's falling. What's going on? What's going on this week? What's going on with you? You all right?
I'm tired.
You're tired?
I'm very tired.
I can't tell. I thought we were gonna have some coffee.
Oh, that's right. It's in the pot. It's ready.
Is it ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're already rolling the show. Let's get the coffee.
Okay.
So, speaking about being tired, though.
Yes.
Well, it's been for me. It's been a rough week. You stayed up half the night last night, right?
Yes.
Why'd you stay up?
Sick baby.
Sick baby. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, walk me through a little bit of your show. You wrote the show today. What's going on?
Today we will be talking about basically about.
You don't tell them what you're talking about. You just talk about it. See, I'm bad. I'm interrupting, aren't I? So we're talking about what's that talking about? Having faith. What are we having faith about?
Learning to have faith in your partner, and that would be, I guess, more for me. Having faith that.
Well, I mean, it could be me too, I guess.
Having faith that things will be okay, that the income will be there, that the business is headed in the right directions, that you're making smart business decisions, and basically just putting your confidence in your mate.
All right, so just to follow up on that, every attorney out there, professional out there, does not have an income that directly depends on their small business or law firm or whatever, right?
Right.
Now, wait a second. I'm going to back up on what I just said. But they kind of do. Even if you work for a big firm, or you work for the government, or you work for, the district attorney's office, you're still kind of running your own business, right? And your income is directly related to your hustle, how well you do.
Though.
Your salary, but how long are you going to be there? How much are you going to move up if you're just buying
If you
your
don't
time? If
hustle,
you're just cruising?
exactly.
That's correct. I mean, I think you got to hustle. You got to work hard. From my perspective, I'm always going to say that. You got to put in the hours. You got to figure out how many hours a day it takes you to get ahead of what that's worth to you. I mean, it's invaluable for you or your family. I think you're selling yourself short. You're being dishonest with yourself. You're hurting yourself if you don't put in a lot of energy and effort into your profession and what you do. Whether you're working for a small firm, start one yourself, or a solo practitioner, or just a few attorneys together, or if you're working for a large firm. I've worked for firms of multiple attorneys. I've worked for myself. We started a firm in 2008?
Yes.
And I started a firm in 2008. You helped me start that firm in 2008. And so just to be clear, but it is. I mean, it's a tough, it's not an easy road necessarily starting your own firm and going out there.
No, it was many.
And I know every other attorney out there, even if you work for a big firm or the government, thinking about starting your own firm. You think about it all the time. I know that. I know, I'm telling you. They do. They're thinking about it right now. That's why they're watching.
I can remember being at the office, brushing teeth, putting kids in PJs, because it was just the two of us, opening files, doing paperwork until 10, 11 o'clock at night with 3 young children.
And then going home?
And then going home for probably a solid month to start out with.
Yeah.
And then
Did I go home at 10 or 11 o'clock?
No.
What did I do?
Who knows when you came home?
I stayed
Working
at
all
work.
hours of the night for a long time. And it took years to get to the point where we didn't have to do that, you know.
And how's that tie in with Chicken Little the Sky's Fall?
Oh, because I mean, a lot of times I just felt like there was so much pressure and so much stress that things could just fall apart.
Well, I mean, to me,
it's not more dramatic.
I think, no. Yes, you are dramatic.
Sometimes.
But people want security. A lot of people want security.
Right.
And if you go out there on your own, where is your security? That's what you're talking about, having faith, right?
Many times.
Who do you have faith in?
Right. I said many times in the beginning, it would be a lot easier to have a 9-to-5 job that you left at home. Left at the office.
Do you think I want a 9-to-5 job?
No.
You know I don't want. You know I would be miserable.
Well, I said this many years ago, though.
Huh?
I said that many years ago, though.
That I wouldn't want a 9-to-5 job?
No, that it would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
It would be a lot less stress.
Right.
But
now I don't think really any lawyer job's a 9-to-5 job. I just couldn't see that. That's just, to me, it would be ridiculous. If you're working 9-to-5, then, I remember when I used to work a part-time job too. So, income fluctuates up and down. That's what I think you're glossing over. That's what I'm trying to get you to get at.
Sure.
Isn't that the real part of what you're talking about? You're talking about work, and Chicken Little is, it's fluctuating up and down from your hard work and having faith. What she's talking about, she's not saying it, it's because she's being nice or she's scared to let you know, is she's scared to death because, well, she used to be scared to death because the income can fluctuate. Right. You might have a week or two when it's crickets. I remember working for another attorney and realizing that the income would fluctuate up and down. Sometimes it's seasonal. Man, people aren't worried about paying their attorneys at Christmas time. They're paying Santa Claus.
In July. For some reason, July was always...
July's a good month for me now.
But then June and July were just...
I don't want to have a drop-off in the fall of this year or the winter of this year at all.
Right.
I want to have a bigger winter than I did summer. But I look at it differently now. I try to plan ahead. So planning ahead can be a big part of that. Okay, if you,
keep your calendar full.
Yeah, keep your pipeline full. That's right. White space on your calendar's the devil. Right.
Right.
Okay. So.
Except on Saturday, and that's for me.
What's that?
Except on Saturdays, and that goes for me, not you.
Yeah, I work on Saturdays. Sometimes on and off. That's what we're doing right now. It just depends. I mean, but I'm working in and out all the time, you know, hanging out with the family. I worked all day hanging out at the Liverpool Festival. Felt like crap today. But hung out all day, worked all day, and made a lot of connections. Saw a lot of people. Did a community event. I mean, if you're working in a community and
did not eat liver mush.
Did not eat liver mush, no. But if you're working in your community, you want to get well known in your community, and you need to be well known because probably part of your problem is nobody knows you. Okay, I don't care how well you think people know you. More people can know you, and you can have more business, and you need more business. And that's how you really get to a point where it's not fluctuating, and your wife or husband or partner or whoever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, is pet, your dog sitting there looking at you when you get home, anxiety because you didn't make any money today.
The dog suffering from anxiety.
You got to send him to the pet psychiatrist because you didn't make any money today.
They do have that, by the way. I've heard. I don't know that for sure because to me that's ridiculous, but
I take pets seriously, Stephanie.
No, I heard once that someone took their cat to a cat therapist.
Did you take your cat to a cat therapist?
No.
It's like a therapist. So anyway.
That was really random, sorry.
So, yeah, I don't know. Are you tired? You still tired? You didn't sleep last night?
I didn't sleep at all.
Okay.
And then spent the day at the festival.
So you're working overtime too.
With the children.
You did come to the festival. They got their face painted.
They did.
So to me, let me tell you my remedy for getting rid of the anxiety, overcoming the fluctuation in income. When you're waiting on either the government because you're doing some work for the government, which I've done a ton of work for the government in a lot of different ways. Even court appointed work, okay? You're waiting on them for months and months and months, and they say they're running out of money. And they're gonna pay you in 6 months or something. It's ridiculous.
Happy September.
Yeah. Win the lottery in September, and or whether you're it's just been a bad month or an off month. Man, I take that personally. I take personal responsibility for that. And I used to, all right, because attorneys, I'm telling you, what I perceive, my perception is, man, they're too good to think they're salespeople. They're too educated. My stuff doesn't stink. I'm going to get behind my big desk. I'm going to hang my shingle, and clients are just going to pour through the door. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. I'm sorry, but that ain't going to happen, okay? I don't care if you're working for a big firm. The only way you're going to make partner is to make relationships and alliances and go out there and get after it and bring in business and make it rain, baby. That's how you make partner. That's how you make as much or more money than the partners, okay? And make them want you and make them need you. That's what I do, is I keep my pipeline full. I'm always busy. I realize that there's a sales component. I realize you have to run it like a business. That's my 2 cents. That's how you overcome the fluctuation in income and keep it high. And if it fluctuates, I want it to fluctuate between high and higher, okay? But I mean, I can't tell you how many times, even recently, Steph will come to me freaking out because there was some dip in income or she didn't perceive the income wasn't right or something. And what I knew is what was coming down the pipe. If your pipeline's full enough, okay, and if you don't know what a pipeline is, then you need to go back to square one, because you need to go look up the word pipeline as it relates to sales, and it's clients that are waiting to see you. You need to be booked out at least 2 months ahead of time. If you're not being booked out 2 months ahead of time, you might as well shoot yourself.
No, that was completely just take that out. That was, no.
I can't say that?
No.
Too soon? I can't say that?
Just no.
No?
We'll just take that one.
Okay, so no. I'm just saying, don't paint it up, no. What you need to do is you need to get out there and hustle. That's what you need to do, okay? So you can book your pipeline. That way you won't be disappointed by the client that didn't show up or the check that didn't cash that day or the client that called and canceled the check. All kinds of things that can happen in the crazy world of being a business person, especially an attorney, okay? And what do you do when you check accounts or you look ahead at what's what's going on, or you perceive fear. But you did this week. You did that this week. What do you do?
Text.
Huh?
Text. Call. What's up?
No.
What happened?
Freak out. Freak out.
No, it did not freak out.
Sometimes.
I guys sent
Not as much now as you used to.
a non-dramatic text.
That's true. That's true. I freaked out probably more than you did. If you believe that.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
And did I come through?
Sure.
Huh? Did
Yes.
I overperform?
Yes.
Yeah, so you got to perceive that pressure, and you got to have a pipeline so full that, you know, one disappointment doesn't disappoint you, you know,
Right.
because you know what's coming next. So, I mean, for me, the challenge is I need your support. You know what I mean? I need your support. I need to perceive that. I need to feel that. Uh-oh. We got a baby. One got out. You gonna go grab her? You gotta do this last show too. You can bring her back if you want to. So anyway, you know, I need my spouse's support. I've got to feel that. I think you need to be on the same page with your spouse. You need them to know what's going on in your business, in your firm. You need to be honest with them. If things are going good, if things are going bad, and you need, oddly enough, man, you need somebody else to talk to in your life outside of the office. You know, I would suggest having a mentor also, or a coach that you work with, running your firm like a business to develop those things, okay? That's extremely important. By the way, for those who don't know, Stephanie and I have 6 kids, okay? They're upstairs watching a movie right now. And that's just something we do in addition to running a busy law firm and other things. And
That's something I do 24/7.
That's something she deals with 24/7, and me nagging her to come into work and help me out. We do have plenty of employees now,
Yes.
more than enough, and which we're very blessed and fortunate to have. I was just saying that I thought you needed to run the firm like a business. For me, it's important to have a mentor, another coach that I can work with. Because, I mean, big corporations, they have board of directors. They have, you know, an entire hierarchy of management. You know, if you're the captain of the ship or the queen of the, you know, whatever.
Tennille.
Queen and Tennille of the ship. And
Tennille.
then you need other people to bounce ideas off of, somebody that can help hold your feet to the fire on goals and run your firm like a business. Run your firm like something that has sales, customer service, production, and has to live by the bottom line and not spend too much money. Make more money than you spend. So you had some other things. Trusting your partner's business decisions.
Right.
What does that mean?
Again, I can remember when we started, the space that you looked at. It was just an empty space with nothing inside. Okay. Anyway, and I said, this is ridiculous. This is no place for a law firm. This will never work. And it worked. And it worked well.
Okay.
And it was upfitted and nice and had.
Well, I designed the whole space out myself.
Right.
I drew it out and had all the walls built and everything.
Ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah. You didn't think it'd work.
No, so.
It was Main Street, very urban looking.
Right.
Open one huge room that I partitioned off. It turned it out to be a ridiculously cool space. Really cool space.
So.
I don't say so myself. We outgrew it. So you gotta trust. And then after I did it, you were like, oh.
So I just,
well, that's what he was thinking.
Don't give my opinions.
That's not a
so
good thing.
much.
That's not a good thing. That's not, all right, number one, that's not true. She gives her opinions all the time. I couldn't stop her opinions from coming out. Sometimes I wish I could. Number two.
No, if you say you're going to do something, I don't say, well, that's stupid. Unless it's really, really, really
stupid. And are they stupid sometimes?
Yes, and you need me to step
well, I mean,
in
that's a good
and
point.
say,
Dude, man. you sometimes you got to get outside of your own head and let other voices in,
Yes.
because when you're trying to search for ideas and push forward in
Sometimes
what
you
you're
need a
doing,
censor.
sometimes you need I don't know, maybe how about not, to me it's not a censor.
Mr. Inappropriate.
Sometimes you need, it's always appropriate. It's always an appropriate time for Mr. Inappropriate. But sometimes you need a buffer
Second
there.
opinion.
A second opinion. Thank you. A second opinion.
Baby.
Big.
Thanks.
That's Kate, guys. So, hey Kate.
Hey.
Did you get out of your cage?
Hey, Daddy, huh?
You're not gonna go watch movies with sissies? Kate. Come here. Oh, she was to wear it. Baby. That's the baby. Can you see the baby?
Do you say hi, Kate?
Say hi. Say hi. Alright, so hold on, Matt. We'll be done in a second. So, okay. You put consider the non-business owner's ideas or concerns.
Right. What
Yeah.
I mean by that is
I mean, that was for me, isn't it?
listen to me every once in a while. When I have ideas, and like say, I come to the office to work
Mm-hmm.
for a day or so, and I'm in the middle of things, listen to my feedback. Just consider, even though I'm not there all the time, sometimes I have a fresh outlook on things.
So true. In fact, I think I said I want you to come in the office and observe and hang out and give me some ideas recently, right?
Mm.
Then I do. I value her opinion over
14% of the time.
no, most of the time, and over most people.
17% of the time.
But sometimes that's a good point. I mean, you're gonna have opinions coming at you. You're gonna have people who tell you you're doing the wrong thing, or telling you, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have detractors, and you literally have got to know when to let those opinions in and when to shut them out.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I think you put blinders on and you go toward the goal, and no matter what people say, okay? But sometimes people that care about you, sometimes they're the hardest actually to shut out, okay? But you need to shut them out.
Never
and
shut
carry
them
through.
out.
But you got to know when to value that as well, okay?
Right.
So you got to know, and you need to take it into consideration. I'll tell you the number one reason you need to take your partner's opinions in consideration is because you have to live with them. Number one.
Every day.
Number two.
Forever.
Number two, you need them on board. You need their support. I need your support. I need your support as much as I need to be confident in myself. I need your support to help me be confident in myself.
Right.
But that doesn't mean, plus, if your partner loves you and really cares about you, they're not going to want to poo-poo on your dreams. They're not going to want to poo-poo on your business.
They're going to do shows in their sunroom with you on Saturday
With babies.
afternoon with
That's
babies
correct.
on their lap when they'd rather be sleeping because they're tired. She's writing. She's taking notes because she's really a genius.
Use this one. There you go. Yep.
No, not really.
She can write her name already. So consider the other person's opinions. You need their support. They need to be heard as much as you need them. Okay? That doesn't mean you got to take every opinion, by the way. You take it with a grain of salt. Okay? You know that person. You love them. You want to make them happy. But you take it with a grain of salt. And sometimes as a leader, not that you're a leader too. Just in
Don't say I told you so. That's just not okay. When you're right, don't say I
it would
told
be
you
bad
so.
for you.
It's not a nice thing to do. You just sit back and say,
Yeah, that's when I go outside and throw stuff. No, but I mean, the point is to keep on the same page. I think to keep working toward a common goal,
right.
which is success
Success.
for yourself and your family.
Long-term success.
Long-term success for you and your family, and that's all dependent on your shoulders. Growing your firm, growing the firm you work with, growing the large firm you work with, being the man or the woman at the firm you are. Don't be a businessman. Be a business man. Is that stupid? Who is it? Who said that?
Yeah.
Jay-Z said that.
Really?
Yes. So don't talk smack about Mr. Z. All right. So what about discussing goals with your partner? What about that one? Running to the end. Discussing goals with your partner. What's that mean? What are you talking about there?
I think it's important that your partner knows where you're headed,
Okay.
what you're thinking, what you want for your business, what you want for your family. I don't want to sit right on my face. You probably don't want to. Being open and honest, so you can both see what you're working towards.
So, okay, we routinely discuss goals, where I'm headed, the fact that I want a McIntyre overall in every city over 30,000 people in the United States, the fact that I need to get where I'm at, just the cookie recipe right first before I replicate, how much money I want to make per year, how we're going to get there, what I expect out of spending, what she expects out of spending. I mean, compromise has to come out of that a little bit, you know? Mm-hmm. But really, okay, it doesn't?
No.
Because you get everything you want. Is that what you mean? That's not what you mean.
No, because you spend whatever you want.
Huh?
Because you spend whatever you want.
I spend whatever I want? Mm-hmm. So, but check it out. But I should be making enough money where my wife or my partner never has to say, worry about money, period. In my opinion, okay? My kids don't have to worry about where they're going to go to school or the doctor or anything else or where they live. That's my responsibility. That's on my shoulders. I take full responsibility. So I think discussing goals, setting goals with your partner, we've done goal setting sessions. Many times. And come back to the table and retool those things. We've done budgets. I hate budgets.
Yes.
I hate constrained thinking.
Terrible. They're not terrible.
I mean, they're good. No, budgeting is good.
They're the basis for so many good things.
But I'd rather focus on income.
Right.
Than focus on constraining what we spend.
Limitations.
Correct. Yes. Although I know, I was frugal as the next person, maybe. but not really. Only because you got to get out of that. I'll just have an aside. You got to get out of that constrained way of thinking, or else you'll always be pinching pennies, and you don't want to be pinching pennies. I know somebody's saying that. I'll get it in a second. So, and something else on there. And we have family meetings. Everybody's in on my goals. My kids, everybody. My parents never talked to me about money. So I didn't know a lot about it until I had to learn about it. I had to scramble to learn everything about it. So I don't want my kids to have to scramble. I'm very open with my entire family about money, goals, what we're doing, what we need, what our needs are, what our goals are. We have family meetings and talk about all those things. What's the last one, Steph?
Understanding. Just understanding that there will be ups and downs. And that every day is not a glory day.
So understanding the roller coaster that is life, okay? See, what you don't see is even if you work for a really large company or firm or the government, there are ups and downs. There are ups and downs for that firm and that company and the government all the time. In fact, you may find your neck on the chopping block because of one of the downs.
Or your Christmas bonus.
Or your Christmas bonus. Oh, where my Christmas bonus is? Clark Griswold.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Randy. I like that. Randy Quaid. So anyway, you just you got to be prepared for the ups and downs, especially if you're running your own show with other attorneys or solo starting out. Whatever it is you do, whatever business you're in, whatever profession you're in, You got to understand the ups and downs. You got to expect the ups and downs, and that's why you got to keep your pipeline full.
So speaking
And
of
dude,
full,
you can't
we're
just
at 30 minutes.
you can't jump off the bridge just because you had a bad day or week or month. The only person that's going to determine your success is you. Being a hardhead and keeping going. So we're about time to go. Say bye, Kate.
Good
Bye
job,
bye.
Kate.
Say bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
You said bye?
Bye bye. Thanks for tuning in to Speaker of the House. That's a little over 30. So 30 minutes. And thank you for writing a great show. Good job.
Thanks.
Good job. You give me a kiss on camera.
Sure.
I love you.
I love you.
All right. So anyway, this has been Speaker of the House. This is my wife, Stephanie McIntyre. She's Speaker of the House. And this was the show about Chicken Little. What to do about the pressures and stressors and fluctuating income that can be the life of a busy professional, especially someone who's going their own way and starting their own firm or doing their own thing. Don't think you can't be an intrapreneur as well as an entrepreneur, working within your own firm to bust your tail to get to where you want to be. And you should be for the good of you and your family. So don't come home, man, and see the kids standing at the door, man, with their hands out and say, Daddy didn't care today. Anyway, tune in. We'll come at you next week. Come see you next week. Saturday at 3 o'clock is our goal. Sometimes it's going to work out at 3. It's more like 7.